Hi guys, in this video we will make another JavaScript project. So last time we made it new text regime calculator and it was working perfectly fine. In this video we will make it more interactive, means more visualizations. We will show all this data into a chart and we'll show some validations. I'll show you what we made last time. Here we can give annual amount, this is the age and 1995. When we calculate, we will get this result, right? So this was perfectly fine. Now we will upgrade this one. We will make a dashboard. There we will write down visualizations of charts or data. Means whatever this one, plus we will show the chart also. So this one we will make it. Here we will write down same annual amount. If I calculate, I will get this one. Validations. Already had the validation, but I just put it actually little better over here. So -1 there, then we should get it this one. Okay, we should be write down valid, so I can write down. I does not put it actually any minimum like 18-year-old or like every, but we can write down that thing also. Over here reset button, so we can reset it. User can again refill the form. Suppose user income is 15 lakh, and over here we can enter the date. Okay, and 1995, calculate, and this is also we are showing over here progress bar, means we have tried to simulate. Okay, this is real or it's calculating through the behind the scene, means API kind of stuff. So we will show some loading bar through promise. So in this project we will learn about the promise also. Okay, plus this is side by side it came. Earlier it was the coming top down, now it's coming side by side. I put it the same information but little interactively. Here we have total income, this is taxable income, and this is deductions. If you have more deduction we can write down over here also. Here total income, this is deductions, taxable income, and tax payable, means this informations, deductions one, these are the two. Taxable income, whatever the calculation after these two minus, and this is the tax I need to pay, when this is the tax user need to pay. Plus here we have slab wise also. 0 to 3 lakh user don't need to pay, 3 to 6 lakh yes 15,000, 6 to 9 30,000, this is 9 to 12 45,000, and then further we have 45,000. So this is the in graph we are showing it. So we are using over here Chart.js. Plus user is coming totally down, so he need to be go up. So a user can click on this one, he can smoothly go up. So in this project we will learn data visualizations through Chart.js, how we will convert existing data and put on the chart. Plus we will learn about promise, means how we can do some delay or we get some processing at the time, how the promise will be work behind the scene. Plus this feature also will do, and definitely we have good look and feel also, right? So let's start the coding. So over here I just made the copy of this one, the second project, to move into the third project, and still now there is no change. So now we will change it. So let me run it also parallelly. Okay, this was there, and now we'll change it. First thing is I changed some CSS change, and this is simple change guys. If you don't know about the CSS guys, I will suggest you please actually go through the w3school.com. There is a very basic CSS and no rule regulation we have. You guys can read it. If you have any doubt, any topic in the CSS you didn't understand, CSS, SAS, any mixing, anything you want to understand, please let me know. Okay, so over here I'm just copying it, and definitely once I copy it, the look and feel little bit change, right? So this is look and feel came through the CSS only. Now next part is we need to change some HTML and JavaScript also. So in this HTML, this was the form last time we made it. So I just wrap this form into a row. So this is the row structure. I made a CSS class row. Row is nothing guys, display flags, and so that things we can put exactly beside of it. This text calculation result also I move into the row, so I don't need to be show it over here. So now we have row as the both the thing. Next thing is we need to show the graph, the chart, that is will become over here, and the final part is we need to show the slab wise the one more graph, and this things should become below this one. After that we wanted to show some loading, means some processing, that we will show over here. The last part is we need to show some buttons so that we can click and we can move on the scroll up. So this is the button over here. Finally we required one JavaScript file also, that is to show the chart, and we are using over here Chart.js. This is simple library. We can use Chart.js, C3, D3, high chart, but some libraries are paid, but this is a free. Chart.js is simple to learning purpose. So this is a change. Let's see on the browser. So after this change, this is the change came, rest button is came, and this button is also fine. Now, so next part is we need to write down the logic over here. So first thing is I'm declaring a 3 variable over here. pie chart, bar chart, and the text left chart over here. Okay. After that, we required one more button, that is reset button. Let's first write down the logic of the reset button. So reset button is when we click, definitely we require event, like we have change event and like we have the submit also. Similar to that, we required one event over here. So this is reset button. Add event listener, we wrote down. On clicking on this one, I'm just resetting the form. So to reset the form, it will come initial stage, guys. We don't need to do anything, just reset it. Reset is the function of the form. It will reset and it will came into initial stage. So we can just write down reset over here. That's it. If you will test it over here, suppose I wrote down some number, something, and over here some age, suppose anything. When I click reset, it will reset it. So that's done. This is simple change, right? So next part is, suppose over here on income and age, we wanted to show some validations. We'll write down is not a number, not a NaN. In case of this is not a number, means it is string. Definitely we made already the text box is number type, but still we can write down some validation. If somehow the user bypass that input, or you can say the type of the input box, then this will over here the catch. And definitely if we have the backend, so there also we should be put some validation. But right now we have the front end only JavaScript, so we should be take care of the validation also. This will be the for safe side, it could be good also over here. This is also fine, and plus we can write down if age is less than equal to 0. In the both the case, we can show this message. In the future, we will make the message box or dialog also our own through the JavaScript. There we will learn it, but now we will use the alert function only. So next part is if we does not have any error, means no validation error came. After that, we wanted to show some loading over here. Okay, so to show the loading, I'm just going in down, and over here we'll write down loading sections. Okay. First function is actually will show the loader. So at the time of the showing the loader, whatever the div, if already existing, we should hide it also. So we'll write down some logic over here. If you'll see an HTML file, so I put it actually text result over here in these three sections. Text result means, so this is the result will display whenever actually we have one section came over here and the two below chart over here, right? So these section will be hide it exactly. So when we click it, we should be hide it, and once the processing is done, we should be show the data over here, right? So what we will need to write down, we need to write down document dot query selector we can use this time. Query selector is also very similar to the get element by ID, but there we can write down ID only, but query selector we can pass any CSS selector. So over here we'll write down the text result. So this is the all the text result div will become, right? Means multiple element. On this element I can just directly run a loop. One by one div will get it. In this div I can just simply write down like a way, but I need to write down remove. Okay, so I just wanted to remove the show over here. So this is a class, I wanted to remove it, so it will hide it, right? If we have the class of the show, we will remove that class. So if it does not have, it won't be create any issues. Next thing is we need to show this loading and this loading text actually. Okay, so we'll write down over here document dot get element by ID. We can use this one also, and we need to write down loader. Loader style I need to change. Display is the property of the style, guys, and over here we'll make it block. So this is, we can change it over here. Similar to that, we can block the loader text also. Same way we can make the hide loader also. Very similar to this one. In the hide loader, what we need to hide? We need to hide these two definitely, and we need to run a loop, and we need to be add the show, because we wanted to show actually when the loader will hide it. So these are the display none, and these will become display none, and there we will add the one CSS class, right? Show over here. So this section is done. So these functions we need to use over here. Okay. Let's test it. We'll go there, we'll write down some income, and we'll choose a date, suppose 1990 something. Calculate, we can see this message, right? Definitely we didn't hide it because we want to hide once the processing is done, but message is coming, right? And the loader and everything is cool over here, right? So after the showing the loader, this is the main function that will calculate the text, and definitely after the calculation we need to show display also. So these two logic we wanted to simulate, and it should be delay, so that it will pretend like a wait something is going on the processing. So what we can do, guys, over here I can make a function. Suppose let's make it the below over here. We'll write down processing text calculations. So write down make a functions, and this function name is simulate processing. So this functions suppose will receive the two parameters These are the two parameters, so we will pass into this functions below, so it will receive these two parameters. With the JavaScript 6 ES6 that is came into 2015, we have one concept is promise. So how to use the promise? Promise means, guys, take an example of tomorrow rain come. Okay, so promise can be fulfilled or it can be rejected also. Might be if the rain comes, that is success. If it is rain won't come, then it is rejected, right? Till the time rain won't come, the promise will be in the state of the pending. Okay, so we need to be consume the promise also. So in JavaScript, we'll use the keyword promise over here. And to consume the promise, we can use then or async await. Either of them. Okay, async or await. Either of them is. So when we made a promise, till the time the promise state will be pending. Once it fulfilled, then it will become either success or error, right? If we got some exception, we can catch it also. Plus, generally we use the promise API call, but we can make some custom promise also. Let's make a custom promise over here. So we'll send return. Yes, we wanted to do similar to this one. In the promise, guys, we will use promise keyword, and promise has two things, resolve or rejected. In the callback, so whatever we wanted to do. So might be actually we will say resolve something, or might be we'll say reject something. Anything we can return it also. So this is our own logic what we wanted to do. So over here we will write down new promise, and here we need to write down logic over here. Okay, these are the two functions we can utilize and we can settle the promise. So to make the real processing, we will actually write down the timeout, and over here we'll write down 2000 milliseconds. So simulate 2 milliseconds over. I will call the calculate function. So this is the function. These two parameters we will get it over here. If this result will become, we will resolve it. So this result we are resolving. So when we'll call this function, we will get the result back. So let's call it. So we need to call over here, right? So we'll just simulate. Inside in it, we need to pass these two parameters, and we need to write down, as I told you, then keyword or either async await. So right now let's learn about then keyword. So then keyword also will have one callback method. So in this one we will get the data, and in case of some error came, we can catch the error over here. So here we'll write down if some error came. I wanted to just hide it, or I can write down over here also. I can write down hide both the place, or either I can use the finally also. Finally also one of the block that will execute in case of the error, in case of the success also, that is definitely will execute. So here we can just, this finally block will use for cleaning the resource, or like similarly I'm just actually hiding the loader over here. In case of error came, so I can write down some alert message, right? So here I need to move this logic inside in it. So this line we will cut, and we will should be pasted on the top, because this taxable income should be goes inside in it. This sections we will get it from here, and these two lines we should be put it over here, and this line is already we made it in below. So this line already we covered into the simulate processing. So now we are good. Let's test it. We'll write down some income, and this is the user age 1990. Okay, that's fine. Calculate. After some processing, it should be get some results. Yeah, it's working well, and we got back what we made it earlier, right? But through the processing, definitely we have two more section also that we need to develop. So we made this much. So now next part is, guys, we will make this button. So this button by default is won't appear. So once we scroll down at a particular height, then it will appear. And when we click, it will scroll smoothly on the top. So we need to be write down the functionality of it. So we'll write down the below, and over here we'll write down scroll function. So we'll write down window dot add event listener, and right now we need to write down the listen of scroll. Right, definitely we don't need to show the show loader. It will come some function, and right now I'm using arrow functions. So logic is window dot scroll y. If it is greater than 100, okay, we can give any height. Actually, I'm just giving scroll y means this is the y direction, this is x direction. On the y, if it is actually greater than 100, means if we just scroll actually from 0 pixel to the 100 pixel down, then we wanted to do something. So we already made a button, and this is our button. So we'll use this one. So we already have one button. Let's make a one variable of this one. So we'll make on the top, this is the variable, scroll to top button. Over here we'll write down class dot list dot add, we'll write down the show class. So this button will be start appearing it. In case of if the scroll y If scroll while is less than 100, then simply we will just remove this class, right? So this is we done. So after this one, we'll write down and let's calculate text, and by default it won't come, right? When we scroll down little bit, you can say 100 pixels, then it will start appearing. So now next thing is, when we click on this one, we wanted to be write down something. So this is the button, and add event listener of the click event, right? And we need to write down logic inside it. So what the logic we should write down? So we need to write down this is logic. So window.scroll to top 0 means we wanted to go top 0, and the behavior is smooth. So when we click, it's smoothly it will move on the top. So that's done. Next part is we need to show chart. So this is the display result. So after the calculation is done, we are displaying the result. After this one, we will show the chart. So first we will make 3 functions. First function is update pie chart. Another one is we wanted to show the right hand side one is the update bar chart, and the final one is the text slab one. So this is the text slab one. So in these 3 functions, we'll write down the logic of the display the chart. Finally, we'll make a common function inside in it. These 3 functions will call it inside in it. So these are the 3 functions we are calling inside in it. This function will call it over here, right? So we got income. We are getting it over here deductions. Now we are having text and we have breakdown. So in this function, we have total text and text breakdown, but we does not have income and deduction. So let's pass these 2 things also. And these 2 things, we will get it from here, right? So we will write down income. Let me put enter to show all these things, and deduction. So deduction, we have 2 kind of deduction, standard deduction and other deductions. We will sum of these 2 deductions, other deductions, right? So these 2 things, income plus all the deductions, will go down into display result, and that will go down into update chart over here. The final thing is we need to write down logic. So let's start with the pie chart. In HTML, already we made a canvas. So we have 3 canvas, they will display the data. So this is the pie chart. So first we need to get that element from the pie chart. From this element we will get the get context. We wanted to render this canvas as a 2D. Okay, we can render canvas in 2D and 3D also. Canvas is the part of guys HTML5, and we have canvas and we have SVG also. Canvas generally we use through the JavaScript, and SVG we can make through the XML also. Here also we can write down logic through animations, and we can make some SVG game also. Beside so many SVG logo icon is coming, but we can make some complex diagram also through SVG also. Canvas is generally basically very much used for the displaying the image or displaying the chart. So already we made a 3 variable on the top. These are the 3 variables. So first we will check if already existing chart we have. First we will destroy it. So this is, we are destroying it over here. Next thing is we will see the documentation of the pie chart of Chart.js. So we can search pie chart. This is the pie chart. So this is the code we require to do. So after destroying the pie chart, we will create a new chart instance, and in the instance we will pass ctx and the options, all the configuration of the chart. So first thing is we need to give the type of the chart, that is the pie chart. Second, in the data we need to give the 2 things, label and the data set. These are the labels. In the chart we will show these are the 2 labels, income tax and deductions. So in the data set, according to label, these are the data of the income tax, income. This is the taxable income. Another is the deductions. According to this data, we have this color for this category and this color for this category. So we can change the color also, even we can plus minus data also if we wanted to show something over here. Another thing is we need to give options. In the option, we will pass the another behavior of the chart. Means chart will be responsive, legend, position of the legend, and the title also. So over here, we will write down the chart is responsive. In the plugin, guys, we will pass the legend. So over here, legend is bottom we wanted to show, title is this one we wanted to show. Title means on the chart on the top side we will see this is the label will become. We can change it also, any label also, and this label will be displayed. Let's see the demo of it. We'll give some income, and this is the date of birth. When we calculate, we see the chart, right? So this is the label and these are the legends. So over here on the top of that we can see the title also. This is the deduction and this is the title. We can see over here. So this chart has the 2 category only. That's why we can see like even. So this is done. Okay. So this is the same configuration what we have into Chart.js. Another one, we need to set up the bar chart. To set up the bar chart is also very similar to this one. So we need to write down these lines, and definitely this is not pie chart, this is the bar chart. First, if the chart is exist, we will destroy it, and this is the element should be come from HTML, and this is bar chart, and this is the bar chart element ID. After that one, we will same thing in bar chart, we will create an instance of the chart, new chart, and we will pass CTX, the canvas actually. Here we need to give some options. So every chart wise guys, we have different data structure. Okay, so pie chart has different way to we need to be structured, bar chart also different way. Almost we have same, but little bit actually different, because some chart we need to show data in a nested format, some chart in a single bar also we need to show multiple data. According to that we need to display. So this chart type is the bar chart. Here we need to give the data. In the data we have again two things, labels and the data set. This is the labels. We will show income tax, we will show total income, deductions, taxable income and tax payable. So these 4 bar will become. According to that we have 4 color, and these are the data of it. We are showing a single data. This could be possible according to time wise, or you can say according to year or month wise also we can show data also in bar chart. But right now we have the simple data, so that's why we are showing, and we need the different color also. And this is the label will show on the top of it, and this is the label of the chart will show it. Another thing is we need to write down options. In the options, responsive true, yes we want, when we will make the responsive means mobile to desktop browser window we will change, so it will responsive. In the plugin we want to show listen true. In the title we can show the text breakdown. Scale y we wanted to show title is the amount and begin at the 0. So y-axis means the vertical axis, we wanted to show it should be begin with the 0. Let's see the demo of it also. So we'll go and we'll write down salary, suppose 15 lakh, and we will give some age and calculate. Here we can see, right? So we can see this is start with the 0, this is y-axis, and y-axis we have amount. Okay, text breakdown we have on this side. So this is the title of the text breakdown, and this is the chart name, like this one income breakdown, this is text breakdown, and this is the 4 color, 4 chart, 4 value we have. So this is the way we can make the bar chart. So this is how these categories will become. How much we have total maximum value, according to that is automatically coming. We are not defining it, we are giving the 0 to whatever the maximum. So total how much salary we give, and say 15 lakh. So according to 15 lakh it will actually 2 wise actually it will automatically will be figure out it in the y-axis or x-axis what we need to give it. Okay, but there is a way to customizable also if you wanted to customize also, right? So this is the last one, update text slab chart, final chart, and over here also we'll make the similar to this one, and this is we'll find out the canvas, and canvas we have text slab chart. This should be goes to there. Next thing is this is text slab chart, right? And this is text slab chart destroy. Next thing is we need to make the event of this one, and we need to configure it. First property we need to give the type of, this is also bar chart. So data we are giving this one. So we have the label according to slab wise. So we have already slab wise data. So we are showing the label slab wise. Okay. Plus in the data also we are showing slab wise text also. So I'll show you over here in console what it is. Console.log. You can even debug it also. Finally we need to give the options, and here we'll give the more options guys. So this is responsive, we know about the plugin, reason we wanted to show, title of this one. In the x and y axis we will begin with the 0. This is the title of the y axis, this is the title of x axis, and that's it. Let's see the demo of it. So we give some salary, and age is 1987, calculate, and this is coming below, right? And if you will see what was the data of the text slab, you can see over here this was the data of the text slab. So already we calculated, already we have to display this text breakdown. So we have the slab wise data, plus we have rate, and plus we have the text also. These data will display over here. So whatever the slab we can see, these are the slab of the label. And whatever this calculation 0, 15,000, 30,000, that was showing it over here. 30,000, this is text amount, this is this, and this is the y-axis label, and this is the x-axis label guys, right? So that's it, our project is done, and now we have full functionality of the dashboard. So you guys can do the practice of it. Please write down the comment if you like something, or if you wanted to enhance something, or you wanted to change, or please download from the GitHub link, take the reference of it, run it, show in your resume, even you can show in your portfolio also. And this project we will make it live as we did it the last time also, same way, and from the URL also you can watch it also, right? So that's it guys. Similar to this one, in the next week also we'll make this kind of interactive project and you can learn it also. Thank you guys, thanks for watching the video. See you in the next video. Happy coding.